Hi, everybody. I hope that you're having a fantastic day whenever you choose to watch this. On today's episode of Candid Candidacy, I am going to talk about organizing. Hi, everybody. I'm Cari Elledge. I am currently a candidate for OEA Vice President, and I sincerely hope that these videos will help you understand why I am the right candidate for this position. So I want to tell you guys about a really good resource that if you haven't heard of, you absolutely need to know about it. It's called Secrets of the Successful Organizer. It's actually a book that has been put out by Labor Notes. And if you go online to labornotes.org, you can find this book. It's cheap. It's about 15 bucks. And inside, it's literally a step-by-step, tried and true how to organize, broken down into lessons, broken down into activities and examples that are things that you can implement in your own local. But even better than that, Labor Notes had a partnership with the Center for Organizing from the National Education Association, and they actually wrote a facilitator's guide for local leaders who want to implement some of the lessons, some of the examples into the stuff that they do in their local so that you can learn how to organize on the job. You can have examples, you can have icebreakers, all those kinds of things, and then you can actually start implementing those things into practice. So anyway, definitely recommend picking up the book Secrets of the Successful Organizer by Labor Notes. The book is divided into 3 different sections. The first section is beating apathy. So when we try to get members involved, sometimes we get hit with a barrage of excuses. And this book helps to try to help people understand that apathy isn't real. There's always a barrier in the place why a person chooses to do what they choose to do. So they might be scared to act for whatever reason, afraid of retaliation or retribution. They could be scared. They could be afraid. They could be busy. They could be all kinds of things. And in the book, it breaks down those 4 big categories that you can put these things in. The second section of this book is called Assembling Your Dream Team. And it literally is looking at the people that you have to work with, finding out what their skills are, power mapping those people, and then figuring out who's best to do which parts of your organizing work that you're doing. And then the third part is turning an issue into a campaign. And it's where you get down into the nitty gritty of why you do what you do, how you do it, and how you plan that campaign. So anyway, I'm super excited to share this with you because number one, it's a killer book. It's how we learned how to really implement organizing. It has practical practice for the facilitators when they're implementing it in their classroom, real examples from teachers unions across the country. So you know that this has worked in locals across the country. It includes reproducibles, icebreakers, anchor charts, anything you need to know, it's there. You can just put it into place. And it starts with doing a really honest assessment of your local, doing power mapping, looking at your structure, talking about the difference between listening versus speaking, because we need to be listening more and talking less. And then how do you determine what your issues are? So is it an issue that's widely felt? Is it deeply felt? Will it build the union's power? Will it develop leaders? Is there a connection to students and to public education as a whole? So you've got to have like a communications plan that goes into this as well. What I've seen in my own local is we've been more successful in some campaigns than others. It's really easy to get bogged down in an activity versus an actual organizing event. You need to be so meticulous and so calculated whenever you're planning out organizing events, because you've got to have accountability in place and you've got to have the opportunity to be able to constantly assess how you're doing. And if you're not doing well, do you keep going or do you try to modify your tactics and the things that you're doing? So you have to create a game plan. What exactly it is that you want, that's so important to know exactly what it is that you're trying to get. Who has the power to do something about it or to change it or to fix it for the better? And then what tactics are you going to use? A good action is visible, it's very public, it's collective, it gets your members engaged, it's something that they feel good about, and it will eventually shift the balance of power in your direction should it be an effective tool. So I always suggest thinking of all the things that you could possibly think of that would be good to be able to get it accomplished. And then either using some kind of thermometer or a mountain kind of stair steppy thing where you literally look at all the tactics that you can come up with and you have to ramp them up. You can't start at DEF CON, you have to start small. And the reason why you do that is number one, you're going to try to solve it at the lowest level possible. You need to have solutions for the problems that you're trying to address. We're not just complaining, we're actually trying to do something about it. So you're taking the high road, trying to solve it at the lowest level possible. You're building your group. So you're also looking to see who your leaders are, you're growing your capacity. There's major strength in numbers, and the greater importance activities need to happen later on so that you're ramping it up. More people will join in as they get passionate about whatever cause it is that you're trying to accomplish. And then it's really important that you don't play your aces way too soon. So if you have an ace in the hole, you're going to want to still build your power in the process, which I know is frustrating for a lot of people. A lot of people wonder why the state of Oklahoma, the teachers didn't decide to walk out long ago. And the bottom line is we had to try and fail at all of the things that set us up to be able to have a successful walkout a few years ago. And so that is organizing in a nutshell. I definitely recommend that you pick up the book. If you would like the facilitator's guide, I can send you that in a PDF form or a Google link. And I hope that you found this mildly entertaining and helpful. And I hope you have a great afternoon. Bye, everybody.